Hello, I'm Dr. Ross Walker and welcome to the checkup. Hello, Dr. Ross Walker and welcome to the checkup. I'd like to finish off my series on the foods that heal by just talking about 3 simple foods which we consume regularly. I mentioned last week the benefits of drinking coffee, but we've also heard about the enormous benefits of drinking tea. And it doesn't matter whether it's black tea or green tea. Green tea is probably a bit better for you. It has a very strong antioxidant called EGGC, which has been shown to have enormous benefits. So if you have 3 cups of green tea or black tea per day, there's about a long-term associated 50% reduction in dementia. Now, when I'm talking about any foods that might harm you or heal you, I'm not talking about a randomized controlled trial, because in a randomized controlled trial, you've got to give a placebo dose. You can't give a placebo dose of alcohol or a placebo dose of tea. So you just have to look at the people who drink tea or drink coffee or drink alcohol compared with the people who don't do those things and look at their health parameters. So we're talking about long-term studies. People who have 3 cups of tea, whether it's green tea or black tea, per day, have about a 50% reduction in dementia compared with people who don't. The next, and I've been speaking about this for years, is nuts. Having 10 or 15 natural nuts per day is so good for you. Now, what are the nuts I favour? I favour walnuts, almonds, macadamias, and it's about 10 or 15 per day. I'm not talking about going overboard with there. About 5 major studies have shown a 50% reduction in cardiovascular disease just by having 10 or 15 natural nuts per day. And also, it's in the nuts, you say, well, what is it about nuts that are good? Nuts have high quality fats in them, a lot of monounsaturated fats. They have a thing called alpha-linolenic acid, which is the land-based form of omega-3. So alpha-linolenic acid, when it gets into the body, gets converted to either EPA, eicosapentaenoic acid, or DHA, which are the 2 omega-3 fatty acids you get in fish oil. So having the alpha-linolenic acid in the nuts is very good for you. And also in the nuts is a thing called L-arginine, which is the amino acid that opens up your blood vessels through a process called nitric oxide. So it gives you a lower blood pressure, better blood flow to your organs, and thus the benefits with cardiovascular disease. And finally, the foods that heal are any form of berries. So we've heard often that blueberries are good to reduce your risk for dementia, but people who have berries in their diet on a regular basis, whether it be blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, or berries, reduce your risk for Alzheimer's disease. One study suggested up to a 50% reduction in Alzheimer's disease. So that's a summary of the foods that heal, but basically to finish off, fruits and vegetables, 2 or 3 pieces of fruit per day, 3 to 5 servings of vegetables per day, and if you like, little bits of meat, eggs, dairy, chicken, fish, nuts, olive oil, and try and reduce your intake of processed packaged foods and white death. That's the checkup, all about nutrition. We'll talk about something else next week.